Coupons in Odoo. We're going to set one up. We're going to do a specific scenario and show you how to control when they're used, how often they're used, set it up so that it can be used online on e-commerce site or in store. But we have some here. You can see with the testing, we're going to create a new one from these. And just to make it easy, I'm actually going to duplicate this one. Don't worry, we'll look at each setting in here when we do this. There we go. We'll change this one to test 2 because we didn't have test 2 there. So first program type we're working with today is coupons. Now there are a lot of levers in here, which is great because it's really flexible, but it is also maybe a little bit confusing with so many things that you can do. So that's why we're going to stick to one specific thing. And in this case, it's $30 off one regularly priced item over $100. So the entire order, if there's a item on that order that is more than $100, will have a $30 discount. If there are 2 items with the price being over $100, there will still only be one $30 discount on the entire order. Once the coupon is used once, even if you send another one to the same customer, they will not be able to use the second one because the usage limit is based on the user. Also, if they try to use the same one twice, it won't work. So that is what we're setting up. So pretty specific rules. Now, when we look at this, you have the program type, and pay attention to the language here. Program name, program type. This is not the coupon. The program type is a coupon. We're not currently creating the coupon. We're creating the program that we're going to generate coupons from. So if you understand that, that'll help you grasp the concept that Odoo has created here. So program type, coupons, and then your currency is pretty simple. Coupon points unit, we're not using this anyway. We're not going to display this anywhere. So you can just leave that saying coupon points. It doesn't matter. Like I said, we're not going to tick this off to show the points unit. Program trigger, use a code is fine. The remaining items at the top here, start date, end date of the program. We're not going to fill those out. We're going to set the expiry date of the coupon on the coupon itself, not the program. So you could reuse this program later and send coupons with a different expiry date. That's why you'd want to do it that way. Then we're going to limit the usage to 1. And that does what I explained earlier, where they can only use the coupon once. It'll only work on one item on the same order. And if you generate another coupon from the same program, that same user will not be able to use the second coupon. Where do you want these coupons to be available? So if you want them available on the website or in the back end when writing quotes or the sale orders, tick off whatever is relevant. If you have multiple websites and you only want it available on one of those sites, then you can choose the website here. Otherwise, leave this blank and it will be published on all of them. Let's scroll down to the bottom section here where we have the rules and rewards. Now, we're not using conditional rules for this coupon, only the reward side. I'll explain why. Let's open up conditional rules. So we can set rules in here for when this coupon will be available. In other words, when you're creating a quote or a sale order in the back end, or if the customer is navigating the e-commerce site on the front end, if the product selection meets the rules here, then that coupon will appear and be valid regardless of whether or not that user has been sent a coupon. So that means that if you're using these rules, they are relevant to anybody, not just people who you've explicitly sent a coupon to. So if that's your goal, you'd want to do that. Now, where would you use something like this? From a marketing perspective, actually, this is genius. So you could have something like if a cart hits $150, you could have a coupon that says if you spend $200 or more, you're going to get a particular discount or a free item or however you want to set it up. And that might entice somebody to actually add something else that they were thinking they might want to their cart now that they're going to get a deal. So that's the idea here. Not what we're doing today, so we'll just discard that. Now, on the reward side, this is part of what we're doing now. So on here, we have 3 sections, the reward, the points, and the discount. So starting with the reward, our reward type is a discount, not a free product or free shipping. And the discount is $30 on the entire order on specific products. To look at what products are applicable for this coupon under the discount section, we have max discount of $30 set here, which we don't really need to set because we already set the discount at 30, but this is a good safeguard. And then the discount product domain. So product domain, if you're not familiar with, is really a way to filter If we left this domain empty, it would be applicable on all products. Currently, the way we have it set up, it's applicable on 14,313 products on this particular database. Let's click on edit domain because it's kind of hard to see here, and you can see how it's set up. So setting it up in here is really easy. It does take some familiarity with some of the things in here, but you can easily experiment with different choices and operators to get the specific filter that you're looking for. So in this case, we're matching all of the rules, and we're using sales price is more than or equal to $100. And then the compared to price is not set. Now, compared to price is one way of putting discount on products in Odoo. So let's actually take a look at this compared to price in case you're not familiar with it, so that you understand why we put this here. To do that, I just duplicated the tab and I'm going to go to products, and we'll just open up any product. We can see on this product that it has compared to price already. So if this compared to price was blank, or actually 0, I guess, we'll just revert it back, then you would not see what I'm about to show you. So if we jump onto the website front end, you can see because it has a compared to price, it's crossed out the original price, and now the cost price is displayed as clearly a discounted price. So this item's already on sale, so we do not want to allow coupon use on it. You might be using price lists or some other way to apply discounts on products in Odoo. If you're doing it another way, then your rule in here needs to match whatever method you're using for that. Once you've done that, you would confirm this. I'll discard because we didn't make any changes. You should see whatever your maximum number of products are. This number should be now smaller than that because some of them are not going to meet that criteria. That is how you set up the filtering. Now, you could also use specifically discounted products. So you could just list some products that you want a coupon to be applicable for. That's another way of doing it. And then there's discount product categories. With this, of course, you can apply the discount at a product category level. Then there's discounted product tag, and that, of course, you can tag products and then apply discounts based on the tag. So really, really useful as long as you understand how it works. We're using domain and only the domain to filter. In this case, it meets our needs. At the bottom here, we've got points. Now, we're not really using points explicitly, so you can just leave this at 1 point. We don't need to clear promo points. And then the description on the order, Odoo is going to write one for you. I like to rewrite it. I find that the ones that Odoo creates are not really what I would like. So that's up to you. Just make sure this is really clear and matches the coupon. That's it. So you would save this. I'll discard because we'd already created it. And your coupon is set up. And pardon me, your coupon program is set up and ready to go. So you would save it. And then you can generate coupons here. If we went over here, there are none behind the smart button yet. But let's generate some coupons. When we're generating coupons, this is where we're making the coupons available to specific customers. This doesn't send them the coupon in their email right away. That's step after this. First, who will get this coupon? We're not going to use anonymous customers. We're going to select our customers. Contact tags can be used, which is actually what we did with the specific coupon, this $30 off one. We had a QR code to scan at a trade show. And when customers scan that QR code, they had an account automatically created for them in Odoo with their permission. Of course, there was a form for them to fill out. And we tag those customers so we know which ones they are. Then we could easily filter to those customers and send them this coupon. So in our case, we're just going to choose a customer. There we go. This one. Test account. We're going to send one coupon to Sean here, and this is where you want to set your expiry date. That will allow you to use the program later. So we're going to set the expiry date for June 1st. Generate coupons. I know it says end send, but it doesn't actually email them. It's just a push notification, which is unlikely they're going to see it. So here we only have one coupon. Of course, it would list more if there were more. And you could just click send. If you had multiple in here, you could select all and send all at once by using this action button. Now, there's something you need to set up first before we do this, and that is your email template. So if you're going to send this, let me just click send and I'll show you. So it opens this up. You can give it a name. So this could be test coupon send 30 or whatever. If you would like to track it in the email marketing app later, that'll help. We scroll to the bottom. This will be your default email template unless you've changed that. So what you would want to do to change it is you would jump over to the email templates, craft this email template the way you want it. But what I would do actually is duplicate this template so that you have the base one always there and use an edited one. That's what I did. To do that, we can't duplicate it from here. So let's just close this and we're going to discard here. And let's go to our email templates. I get there just by using Control-K / email templates. There we go. And once you're in email templates, you can look for coupon and you would open this up, duplicate it, and create your template. Now we've already done that. So if we remove base templates from here, you can see it's specific to this coupon. Probably I wouldn't do that. I would make it not specific because it'll change the title based on the name of the program or the name of the coupon. Okay, so once that's set up, you're in good shape to then send the coupon. So let's go back to where we were at, back into our coupon here. And we've got the one to send. We're going to select all as if we had several of them to send. We will send. It's already using the template we want. You could change things in here if you wanted before you sent it. So if you're using a default template that you use for all your coupons, but you'd like to add some extra information for this specific one, then you can do that before you send it. And same thing, you might want to give it a name up here. You don't need to. That's it. Then you just click send. And we'll go check our email. Here's the email. It has an attachment that they can print off, or they could just show this to you on their phone when they come in if they're purchasing in store. If you're putting the order through Odoo in store, then you can scan this barcode to use the coupon. If you're putting the order through in something else, then what you would want to do is go and find this order on the customer's profile and just expire it. So I'll show you how that's done. We'll talk about online here shortly. So let's jump into Odoo. I'll say they're purchasing. You're not using Odoo for your POS. Okay, customer walked in. Let's go into the sales app and just find customers. You can go anywhere where you can find contacts. Let's find that particular customer who's standing in front of us. And it was this one. If we look behind the smart buttons here, there's going to be several coupons because we've been testing with this user for a while. Now, let's say they walked in and they used this coupon here that expires September 1st. What you're going to do is just back it off to prior to whatever today's date is. Any day prior to that would be just fine. And that's it. Now they can't use that coupon again. Interjection here. So after recording the video you're watching now, I'm going to insert this. Better idea than setting the expiry to a day before today. Instead, what you could do is leave the expiry wherever it was. I don't know where this one was, but I'm going to put it to, say, July 1. Just change the balance to 0. So in this case, one coupon is all there is. It's only ever a balance of 1. And once it's used, it will automatically change to 0. But if you change it to 0 manually because it was used in store, but you didn't put the order through the Odoo system, then that coupon can no longer be used online. And next time the customer comes in, you will also be able to see that the coupon's already used. So it won't appear in their profile, which you will see later. Additionally, customer's record here, you could just log a note that they used the $30 coupon in store. And then you've even got a note there, even though you haven't logged it in the system. Now let's take a look at using it online. So they can click here to jump into the website. They can go shopping. Now they need to be logged in, of course, because the coupon is applied to their user account. So make sure that is clear in your email template. So let's log in and go shopping. I think a fish finder would be nice. Humminbird fish finder. This one looks good. It's on sale. Now, of course, our coupon shouldn't apply. So let's add to cart and just make sure that works. There we go. We can see we have 2 coupons we can use here. Let's try to use them. Nothing to discount because it doesn't meet the criteria of the coupon. Nothing to discount. So neither of those coupons can be used. Let's go buy something else. Just going to click back. There we go. Let's add the Helix 7 chirp here. And while we're at it, let's get a cable. Now we're all set. Head over to our cart. Now you can see Odoo actually automatically applied both coupons. Now, the reason there are two here is because we had two programs for the same coupon. If we only had one program and we sent two coupons, this customer would not be able to use both of them. Depending on how the customer fills the cart, these coupons may not automatically populate like this. So I'll show you what that would look like, which is just by simply removing them. If we do that, it's going to look just like you saw before, where the coupons are here. Now, the idea of having the coupons here, even when they're not applicable for the cart, is you want to entice them to use the coupon. That's the idea of having them automatically populate at checkout. You probably already have some creative ideas brewing on how you could use these to increase your average order value. At any rate, we can still reuse these, and we can use both because there are two items that are applicable in here, and there are two coupons, each from their own program. So just to remind you, if we go back to the coupon program here, test 2 and 3, that's where those two coupons came from. Okay, so that's using them on the website. Now, let's say somebody walks in and hands you this coupon, and you would like to know if they've already used this coupon online and now they're trying to pull a fast one and use it in store. So you can check that by going to their profile in Odoo and see if the coupon displays there. If you see the coupon behind the smart button, it should still be valid. When it's not valid, it won't display there anymore. I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, you can see here on this profile, I'm just in the sandbox here, loyalty cards, there's one, and it's a coupon. If we take a look at that coupon, the balance is 1 coupon point. Just going to bring this in here now and use the coupon. Oh, this is not applicable, so we got to use a different product. Let me find something that works. There we go. It applied automatically, so I'm going to check out. Okay, pay now. Okay, so order number 1616. So in the back end here, just in orders, 1616 is here. Just being in sandbox, didn't actually update, so I'll confirm it here. And that coupon should be here, and it is, so we can see. Let's just refresh. Yeah, balance is now 0, so you cannot use that coupon anymore. That's what you do. When somebody brings a coupon in the store, go find them. This was the customer, and just make sure they got a coupon. And they don't, in this case, the smart button's gone because that coupon's used. I can show you that that coupon existed. To do that, you would go to, I'm going to use Control-K / not discuss, discount. There we go. And we can see here was the coupon in here. You can see that it was generated and there's no coupon points left. It was this top one here. I've got two customers in here with this exact same name, which is pretty confusing, sorry. But it's balanced at 0, so they cannot use it. So it's still here, it's just not showing on the customer anymore because once it hits 0, there's no point in showing it to you.